Your life doesn't plan for you. You have to plan for your life. So many people entering the new year thinking, oh, new year, new me, but they don't plan for it. You have to plan tangibly, like on a sheet, on a whiteboard, on a piece of paper, like, and then save it on your phone so that it can constantly remind you what are you working towards too. I want to share this picture with you. This is me and my husband, Tom. We went to the library to basically plan out our 2026. And as you can see, it doesn't have to be complicated, right? We literally just have five columns here. Whatever is like important to you for us is the business, finances, health, family, and adventure. And then from there, we do two rows. One is present, like where we at in 2025. And then we have the future where we want to be in 2026. As you can see the picture at the bottom right here, you see my face. I was not happy. And this is just a side note. I'm going to be oversharing. Doesn't matter. Because we did not go far with this planning. We were at the library for 2 hours and it was on a Monday. We planned that on that day, we're not going to work. We don't have meetings. We went to the gym, came back home, shower, pack our lunch, and then we went to the library. It was very efficient. We got to the library around like 1 o'clock and we started discussing about where we want to be, and we start reflecting where we at with my business and we talk about my business spending. And let me just tell you, if you are an entrepreneur, your spending, like it could be huge, like could be crazy amount. So this is us having some hard conversations to cut down my business expense. And here's the thing. As an entrepreneur, I protect my business like I'm protecting my baby. So it is very hard for me to say, okay, let's trim this out. No, no, no. It was a hard conversation. But Tom, my husband, he has really good communication skill. He just say, hey, Steffi, when I was getting a bit defensive, he was like, Steffi, work with me here. Can you just be a bit more open-minded? All right. So as an entrepreneur, it's a good reminder for me. Sometimes you have to look at the data instead of taking things personally. So I just have to be frank with you. Like, we did not complete our planning session, but we're going back again 6 days from now to plan out fully. But in between then, we're going to do our homework. I have to really look into what I'm going to trim out, and then I'm going to have a report for him, and then we will get this going next week. So here's what I want to share. In 2026, I want all of us to try one thing, okay? Live life with intention instead of on autopilot. When you have a clear goal, you're way more likely to move towards it than just hoping it works out. You see, we all know about this, but so many of us, we just don't plan out. We don't write it down because we feel like, okay, I'm just going to hope it's going to be in the back of my mind that I'm going to work towards my goal. But when you don't have a clear goal, it's less likely you're going to hit it compared to when you have a clear goal. So I'm going to share this with you. I'm going to make sure that I'm just reading on my sheet here. High performers, they don't hope their goals happen. They decide, they plan, and they move in small but consistent ways. When you set a clear revenue goal and work towards it intentionally, the odds of hitting it go way up. Growth doesn't come from grinding nonstop. It comes from designing your year. Intentional launches, planned breaks, built-in resets. That's how you stay in the game longer, and that's how you actually go further. So first thing first, I want to tell you about this book, audiobook available on Amazon. And if you're a Spotify premium, you can listen to this for free. This is from Brendon Burchard, his New York Times bestselling author, High Performance Habit, How Extraordinary People Become That Way. This is a book that provides clear, practical, and proven path to elevate your life by mastering a specific habits that drive extraordinary, sustain achievements, and happiness. Brandon focused on 6 goals in here, 6 habits. First, clarity. How to define your goals and stay focused on your purpose. Number 2, energy. Strategies to maintain motivation and vitality. Number 3, necessities. Developing the drive to meet expectation and overcome challenges. Number 4, productivity. Maximizing output and managing time effectively. Number 5, influence. Building strong relationships and leading others. And then last but not least, courage. Taking bold actions and developing resilience. I highly recommend this book. You can listen it for free on Spotify Premium or get it for like less than $20 on Amazon. So by the end of this workshop, I think by the end of this workshop, you should know what stays and what goes in 2026. Okay, what habits you're going to drop that doesn't serve you anymore. Set goals that actually fit your life. Break your income goal into simple next step and walk away with a clear plan for January to March. So this session, we're going to complete your first quarter goal, and then you yourself, you're going to have to plan your second, third, fourth quarter goal. So I did this workshop with my coaching group, but since this is a recording for my YouTube, my very first YouTube for this year, I'm going to, on the part that I say, oh, pause, take 3 minutes, take 5 minutes, I want you to do the intentional pause. Okay. So number one, start with a quick win. So spend 3 minutes, ask yourself these questions. Number one, what worked for me in 2025? Number two, what did not work for me? Number three, what drained me? Okay, we're not repeating old habits into the new year. Okay, so for me, what worked for me was webinars. Webinars work really well for me. So I am planning to launch like double of what I used to launch. What did not work? Creating a course without validating with my audience first. That's me, but it can be anything. It can be personal life. It could be your 9 to 5 job. What drained me was overworking, not having like a stop time when I work. All right. So I want you to pause here, spend 3 minutes and write down, like actually write it down on a piece of paper of these questions, answer to these questions. Number two, pick one main goal for each category. So this is where you spend 3 minutes and think about what is my one income goal for 2026, what is my lifestyle goal, right? And then one personal goal, like what is my personal goal that I want to achieve. If Think about this, if everything is a priority, nothing is. So when you write down numbers, not words like improve or be better at, like that's where you're more likely to gonna reach that goal, right? So for example, $5,000 a month consistently, that is one income goal. 10K steps daily, that's a lifestyle goal, and one personal goal is like read 10 books. Again, pause here, spend 3 minutes, and write these down. Now we are entering number three. Let's talk money. So I want you to spend 5 minutes. This is a bigger chunk. Reverse engineer your income goal. Because earlier we have defined it, your income goal, what that is going to be on a monthly basis. Now think about, okay, $5,000 a month, that's what I want to hit. How much am I going to make in a year? And then back to the monthly goal and then weekly. We're reverse engineering it. Then we're going to think about what offers gets me there. If you're an affiliate marketer, what course or products, services that I'm promoting is going to get me there? Or am I going to add on a bonus to make this product, make this bundle more enticing? Or maybe I'm going to create a separate course to complement it. How many sales per month, right? So once you have that offer or offers, I also want you to write down how much are each of those offers and then start listing how many sales per month you're going to be selling those. And then where are those sales come from? This is the last bullet points there. Are they coming from content like Instagram, Facebook? Are they coming from emails or are they coming from cold DMs? Because here's the thing, money equals math. Okay, so we're going to spend 5 minutes, set a timer, and then spend 5 minutes to go through each of this. Let's go. Now we are entering number 4 here, your 2026 non-negotiable. This is so important. Again, we're spending 5 minutes to define and state clearly the following. Number 1, how many days a week do I work? I know an entrepreneur, she say that, okay, I'm going to have 4-day work week, and she honored that. Like her team loves it. What time do I stop working? For me is right after I walk Teddy about like 5 o'clock, because usually 4:30, 5:30 here, we get dark. So after then, I will stop working. Number 3, plan my breaks. This is so important. So for example, my birthday, my husband's birthday, like I don't work, right? You need to plan those intentionally, like your kid's birthday, right? You have a party to plan. I made a huge mistake 2 years ago. Like Tom's birthday, we did not celebrate because it was during a launch. So I like he was fine with it, but for me, I was like, how could I have done that? Like I felt so bad. Last, what I refused to do again in 2026 for me was last minute launches because it's not just stress. It didn't just stressing me out. It also stressed my team out. So spend 5 minutes, pause right here. Let's go. Okay, entering the 90-day focus rule. Okay, now we are going to set our quarter one, like what we're going to work on. In the next 90 days, 3 months, what is my one target market, one problem solve, one main offer, and one main platform? I want you to focus on one of each of these category at a time. Like you don't worry about posting on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, even though I teach that, like I teach once you create a content, like repurpose it elsewhere. But if you're starting out, focus on one platform at a time. Target market, it's your audience, your target audience. And um, side note, most of the time, your target market, it's basically yourself or people who are you, but one chapter behind. Be laser focused on one of these category at a time before you set, oh, it's not working or I need to change my strategy. No, because when you laser focus on working on each of these category for 90 days, for 3 months, you will find ways to tweak. You will learn what works, what doesn't work, and start tweaking and make it better. And then you know, like that's what you're gonna stick with. Okay, spend 5 minutes. Let's go. Okay, I think this is the last one. Identity shift. Oh my gosh, I love this exercise. I want you to picture yourself 1 year from now. Okay, who do you need to become to hit this goal? What would that person do on a daily basis? What would that person do immediately? Like today, like right now, right this second, what would that person do? Okay. If it's a nighttime, maybe like tomorrow morning, like, are you going to like start planning, like waking up 6 in the morning, start walking on treadmill and learning a lesson? That's what I've been doing now. I've been investing in courses, waking up early and walk on treadmill when I plug in my headphones and start like learning while I'm like exercising. For me, sometimes it's like also to say no. Last year, I said a lot of yeses, went to a lot of masterminds, events, I got on a lot of speaking gig, which is nice. I got a lot of networking with multi 7 or 8 figures entrepreneurs, but I was also burnt out. Okay, so it's just note to myself. So I want you to spend 5 minutes and list this out. Go. Okay, one thing I want to share with you is this video from Brian Tracy. I'm gonna play it. He speak kind of fast and soft, so make sure you perk up your ears. Um,
Becoming a millionaire that's important. It's the person that you must become in order to become a millionaire. You have to become a completely different person. You have to develop character beyond 99% of the people in the world. You have to develop honesty and discipline and quality relationships and the willingness and the ability to work and set priorities and all kinds of stuff, because without that, nothing is possible. It's not becoming a millionaire that's important. It's the person that you must become in order to become a millionaire. You have to become a completely different person.
okay, I just want to repeat the beginning because he said it so fast. But basically, is that it's not becoming the millionaire that's important. Everyone wants to become a millionaire. Let me just full screen real quick. But it's the person you must become. Okay, you hear that? The identity shift right there is the person you must become in order to become the millionaire. So many of us are thinking, okay, just daydreaming. When I start making $1 million, then I will be happy. Then I will start, doing more of this. No, think about the future you who is a millionaire. Let's say if that's a goal you want to hit, what would that future you do on a daily basis? Right? So that's what this exercise is about. Like this section right here. Who do you need to become to hit this goal? Right? What would that person do on a daily basis? What would that person do immediately? Like today, tomorrow, what would that person do? So when you start having this thought, like when you start playing with this identity shift, like this is where you are more likely to become that dream person you want. I also want to state one thing. I recently went to Tony Robbins' Date with Destiny, and oh my gosh, I absolutely love it. He stated that there's this phrase he say, and I absolutely love it. He say, the hero, the quality of the hero, which is you, okay, hero is you, depends on the intensity of the enemy. Okay, let me just repeat that. The quality of the hero depends on intensity of the enemy. So enemy is like the problems, the struggles that you will go through. So many people would tend to think that, oh my gosh, this is so challenging, this is so stressful, why is life so hard? When you start thinking that, like that's like repulsive. But when you start to think that my enemy, those challenges, those struggles, those the more intense it is, the better quality of my life it's going to be, as long as I solve it. So when you start seeing challenges coming to you, like how intense it is, that means you're about to have a better life. So when you start welcoming challenges, start handling like a boss, like that's where you're going to start seeing results. So don't run away for a challenge. Don't run away from your enemy, because the more intense they are, the more likely you're going to live a better life, right? Because you are leveling up. If you're a gamer, leveling up. So what I'd like you to commit, right? One action you will take in the next 7 days, one habit you are dropping, a habit that doesn't serve you anymore, drop it. You're watching Netflix every night, doesn't serve you, drop it. One thing you will focus on this month. And by the way, I love Netflix. I like that is my guilty pleasure. I will watch it every night if I can. But I told myself I want to wake up 6 in the morning. So I usually would, on Monday to Wednesday or Monday to Thursday, I would go bed, read a book, and then I'll go sleep and I wake up 6:30. I'm still struggling to have a good 7-8 hours sleep, but usually I wake up around 6 or 7. But this is me trying to build a better habit, right? And I have days that I watch Netflix. I indulge it. It's like my favorite hobby to do with Tom. We have shows that we catch. Okay. So yeah, one action you will take in the next 7 days, one habit you are dropping, and one thing you will focus on this month. I want you to really write this down, write it down, take a picture, and then when you have time, start writing down what is that one action, what is one habit I'm going to drop it, and then one thing I'm going to focus on this month, and text it to yourself. You can share it to the group if you have an accountability a group. So as a bonus, I'm going to share this goal planning templates. And this is something I got from my mentor. It's basically a calendar that you can plug in when you're going to do your launches, when you're going to have non-negotiable breaks. And then this is like non-working, like this one. So this is, for example, just put it here, non-working. And I think there's an MLK somewhere here. March 1st is my birthday. So this is where I'm going to like put non-working B-day. Okay. And then like maybe my husband's birthday, I'm going to put it down, right? So this is the first thing I want you to do once you have this sheet. Number one, make a copy for yourself. Number two, put down the non-negotiable days that you're going to have a break, right? And then the second thing is when you're going to launch something, when you're going to launch a course or maybe launch a promo for your affiliate product. And when you start having those launch, by the way, my recommendation is to launch your product every quarters. If you have a huge product that you built out, every quarter you're supposed to launch something. I know this lady, she made $100 million in the online space. She only have 4 main products and she launched it every quarter. Just recycle it. Because those products, um, they, what's the word? I'm brain fart. They should relive again. You don't just create a product and that's it, right? If it's not selling at first, it's most likely it's because of your messaging. If you already created a product, a full-on product, people is going to find super valuable from learning from you. Doesn't matter what it is. And you can relaunch it every year, every quarter, and you can do some tweak. revamp it, make that course better. And then in between, you can also have mini launches for mini products, $27 with different upsell, order bump, cross sell, things like that. So that's it I have for today. This is so fun. My very first YouTube of 2026. And I wish to see you the next one.